There's a mineral that up to 80% of people with diabetes may be low in. Without enough of it, over 300 chemical reactions in your body can't work properly, including ones involved in insulin signaling. Today I'll name it, share the research, and show you how today's meals are designed around it. Day 8. Before we dive in, I need to say something important. This channel provides educational content based on published research, but it is not medical advice. Every person's body is different, and what works for one person may not work for another. If you are on insulin, metformin, sulfonylureas, blood thinners, or any other medication, do not change your diet or exercise routine without talking to your healthcare provider first. Food can be a powerful support for your health, but it does not replace prescribed medication. Always work with your doctor. Welcome back to the Smart Meal Plan. I'm your guide, and this is day 8 of our 30-day journey. If you're new here, this isn't just a diet plan. It's an educational, research-backed, meal-by-meal approach designed to help you explore how food may support better blood sugar management. If you haven't watched days 1 through 7, go back. Each day builds on the last. Links in the description. Today's topic, the missing mineral, why many people with diabetes may be deficient. Trust me, you want to watch this all the way through. Here's a question that might surprise you. What do chocolate cravings, muscle cramps at 3 a.m., restless sleep, anxiety, and high blood sugar all have in common? They may all be connected to the same mineral deficiency, one that research suggests affects a large percentage of people with diabetes, but is rarely tested for in routine blood work. Let me start with the research because understanding why you're eating what you're eating is what makes this approach different from every other meal plan. Research suggests that up to 80% of people with type 2 diabetes may have suboptimal magnesium levels, and magnesium is required for over 300 enzymatic reactions in your body, including processes involved in insulin signaling. Let that sink in. This isn't my personal opinion. This is from peer-reviewed, published clinical research. And it has direct implications for what you eat today. A 2021 meta-analysis in Nutrients reviewed 25 studies and found that magnesium supplementation was associated with an average fasting blood glucose reduction of 11 milligrams per deciliter and an HbA1c improvement of 0.3%, without changing anything else about the participants' diets. Individual results varied. Stay with me here because this is where it gets really interesting. Greek yogurt provides magnesium along with 15 to 20 grams of protein and live probiotics that support gut health. Today's parfait combines multiple blood sugar supporting elements in one meal. Now I want to connect this research directly to your plate. Every ingredient in your meals was chosen with this science in mind. Nothing is random. Every bite is intentional. Chromium picolinate, a trace mineral, may help enhance insulin's ability to transport glucose into cells. One study in diabetes technology and therapeutics found it was associated with HbA1c improvement in some participants, though results have been mixed across studies. Discuss with your doctor before supplementing. The research I'm referencing? Veronese et al., 2021, Nutrients, Magnesium Supplementation and Glucose Metabolism, a systematic review and meta-analysis of 25 randomized controlled trials. Link in the description. I always encourage you to look at the data yourself. Let me bust a common myth right now. Myth: magnesium supplements are all the same, just buy the cheapest one. Different forms of magnesium have very different absorption rates. Magnesium oxide, the cheapest form in most drugstore supplements, has a bioavailability of roughly 4%. That means for every 400 milligram pill, your body may absorb only about 16 milligrams. Magnesium citrate has better absorption, but commonly causes digestive issues. Magnesium glycinate appears to have the best combination of higher absorption and fewer GI side effects. For people with diabetes, magnesium glycinate may be worth the modest price difference. Discuss with your doctor which form and dose is right for you. Magnesium supplementation has become one of the most discussed mineral topics in health circles. Magnesium glycinate specifically is being recommended by some practitioners for people with diabetes because of its higher bioavailability and fewer digestive side effects compared to other forms. Magnesium glycinate, around 200 to 400 milligrams daily, is a supplement worth discussing with your doctor. Brands like Doctor's Best, Pure Encapsulations, or Now Foods offer options for $10 to $15 a month. Never start a supplement without consulting your healthcare provider, especially if you're on medications. Spotlight: Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt has been strained to concentrate protein to 15 to 20 grams per serving. This protein density makes it especially useful for blood sugar management. It provides sustained amino acid release and may help stimulate GLP-1 production. Greek yogurt also contains live cultures that support microbiome diversity. A 2019 study in nutrition, metabolism, and cardiovascular diseases found that daily yogurt consumption was associated with lower type 2 diabetes risk. The key: plain, unsweetened. Flavored varieties often have 15 to 20 grams of added sugar. All right, let's eat. Breakfast on day 8. Greek yogurt parfait with low-sugar granola, flax seeds, and raspberries. This parfait is a strategic combination for gut health and mineral support. The plain Greek yogurt provides 15 to 20 grams of protein, live probiotic cultures, and magnesium, today's focus mineral. The low-sugar granola adds crunch and complex carbs in a controlled amount. Flax seeds contribute lignans and alpha-linolenic acid. And the raspberries have among the highest fiber content of any common berry, about 8 grams per cup, plus compounds that research suggests may help slow starch digestion. Cooking tip: layer your parfait in a clear glass. Yogurt, then granola, then fruit. Repeat. Always start with plain yogurt, never flavored. The raspberries provide natural sweetness and color. Add flax seeds to the granola layer. When you sit down to eat this, practice the protein-first approach. Eating protein before carbs may help trigger GLP-1 release and create a buffer that slows carbohydrate absorption. Research suggests this could reduce your post-breakfast spike by a meaningful amount. By now, your body may be adapting. Many people report less hunger between meals, more stable energy, and diminishing cravings around this point. That's not willpower, it may be biology. Your insulin efficiency, gut bacteria, and hunger hormones could be finding a new equilibrium. Trust the process. Before we get to lunch, let me tell you about today's exercise. It's specifically chosen to complement the science we just discussed. Today's exercise: body weight strength circuit. Best time, mid-morning, 25 minutes. Warm-up, 3 minutes marching in place. Circuit, repeat 3 times. 12 body weight squats, 10 push-ups, on knees if needed, 10 reverse lunges, 5 each leg, 15-second plank, 10 chair dips, 20 standing calf raises. Rest 90 seconds between rounds. Cool down, 5 minutes of stretching. The science behind this: each pound of muscle burns more calories at rest than fat tissue. More importantly, muscle contains GLUT4 transporters, the doorways that allow glucose to enter cells. A 2023 study in diabetes care found that people who gained modest muscle mass saw measurable improvements in insulin sensitivity. Remember, exercise for people managing blood sugar isn't just about burning calories. It's about creating glucose disposal pathways. When you move, your muscles can absorb glucose from your blood through processes that may not fully require insulin. Always check with your doctor before starting a new exercise routine, especially if you're on insulin or medications that can cause low blood sugar. Now let's talk lunch. Day 8. Black bean and corn salad with grilled chicken, lime vinaigrette. Black beans and corn together form a complete protein, a principle that Central American cultures have used for thousands of years. The grilled chicken adds additional protein. The lime vinaigrette contains citric acid that some research suggests may help moderate the glycemic response of a meal. This salad is filling, colorful, and nutrient-dense. Practical tip: eat slowly. Research suggests that fast eaters may have significantly higher diabetes risk than slow eaters. Chewing thoroughly may help release satiety hormones and give your brain time to register fullness. Aim for 20 minutes minimum per meal. Today's snack: red bell pepper strips with guacamole. This isn't mindless snacking, it's strategic metabolic support. Timed for mid-afternoon, 3 to 4 hours after lunch, to help prevent the blood sugar dip that may trigger poor dinner choices. By preempting that potential crash with protein and fat, you may reduce cravings before they start. Now dinner. Day 8. Pan-seared tilapia with sautéed kale and wild rice, 1/3 cup. Pan-seared tilapia is mild, affordable, and provides about 23 grams of protein per fillet. Sautéed kale is among the most nutrient-dense foods available. The wild rice is technically a grass with a lower glycemic index than brown rice, plus higher protein and fiber content. Keeping the portion to 1/3 cup helps manage the glycemic load. Research suggests insulin sensitivity tends to decrease between morning and evening. The same meal that barely raises blood sugar at 8 a.m. may have a notably larger impact at 8 p.m. That's why dinner is moderate in carbs, rich in protein and non-starchy vegetables. Try to eat at least 3 hours before bed, and the post-dinner walk is highly recommended. Research suggests even 10 minutes may help reduce your post-dinner spike. Plates in the sink, shoes on, walk around the block. Today's nutritional breakdown: 1,470 calories total. Protein, 94 grams. Carbs, 105 grams. Fat, 69 grams. These macros are designed with type 2 diabetes management in mind. You should not feel hungry or deprived. If you do, add more vegetables and protein. Always consult your healthcare provider about the right caloric intake for your individual needs. If you're monitoring your blood sugar, and I encourage you to discuss a monitoring plan with your doctor, here are today's key testing moments. Fasting before breakfast, 2 hours after breakfast, and 2 hours after dinner. These 3 data points tell you how your body responded to today's meals. Write them down. Over 30 days, the patterns become incredibly informative. If you're on insulin or medications that can cause hypoglycemia, be especially attentive when changing your diet or exercise routine. Always have a fast-acting glucose source available. Your safety comes first. If you're considering magnesium supplementation, and I think it's worth discussing with your doctor, here's a practical guide. Start with magnesium glycinate, 200 milligrams at dinner. After 1 week, if tolerated well, you might increase. Take it with food. Don't take magnesium at the same time as calcium supplements or thyroid medication. They may compete for absorption. A $12 bottle could be a worthwhile investment, but always check with your healthcare provider first. About supplements. How do I know if I'm magnesium deficient? Standard serum magnesium tests measure only blood levels, about 1% of your total stores. A better test may be the RBC magnesium test, red blood cell magnesium, which measures cellular levels. Ask your doctor about this specific test. Many functional practitioners consider optimal levels for metabolic health to be somewhat higher than standard lab reference ranges. What to be mindful of today? Granola with added sugar. Most commercial granolas have 12 to 18 grams sugar per serving. Choose low sugar versions. Flavored Greek yogurt. Stick to plain. Flavored varieties often have 15 to 20 grams of added sugar. Relying on supplements while ignoring dietary patterns. Minerals work best alongside quality nutrition. Energy drinks claiming to boost metabolism. Most contain 40 to 60 grams of sugar. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be consistent. Follow this plan most of the time, and you may see meaningful results. Every healthy choice is a deposit in your metabolic bank account, and those deposits can compound over time. If you're considering magnesium supplementation, talk to your doctor first. Then try magnesium glycinate, 200 milligrams to start, and notice if your sleep quality changes. Sleep and blood sugar are closely connected, and this mineral may be a missing piece for some people. Today's mineral focus. Research suggests a large percentage of people with diabetes may have suboptimal magnesium levels. Addressing this with supplementation was associated with fasting glucose improvements and modest HbA1c benefits in meta-analyses. Magnesium glycinate appears to offer the best absorption with fewest side effects. Greek yogurt provides magnesium, protein, and probiotics in one food. And bodyweight strength training builds the muscle that serves as your body's glucose management system. The most actionable step from today: discuss magnesium testing and supplementation with your doctor. That wraps day 8. We went deep into magnesium and chromium in diabetes management, the research, why it matters for blood sugar, and how every meal today is designed around this science. Remember, everything I shared today is educational. Your body is unique. What works for one person may not work identically for another. Always partner with your healthcare provider when making changes to your diet, exercise, or supplement routine, especially if you're on medication. Day 9 is one of my favorite days on this plan because I'm going to share research on a spice that's been used for 3,000 years in traditional medicine, and modern science is finding some remarkable results. One clinical trial found it was associated with a 25% reduction in fasting blood sugar in the study group. It's called the golden spice, and it's in tomorrow's breakfast. Get excited. If this helped you, if you learned something new, hit like. It's free, takes 1 second, and helps the algorithm show this to other people who may benefit. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single day. Drop your biggest takeaway in the comments. I read every single one. Remember, every meal is a choice. Every choice sends a signal to your body. You are not powerless against this condition. You are informed by research, equipped with a plan, and supported by a community. I'll see you tomorrow on day 9. Until then, eat well, move well, live well.